Mr. Donald? Mr. Donald?
Good morning, and how are you doing again, Miss Matheson? Everything good?
Um, no, I had a terrible headache. So
Oh,
I said, but I wanna put the radio on, you just make me feel better. So I put it
oh,
on the radio and I say, what is happening? What
yeah.
is happening? I want
Well,
to recover. But now I know you are right and everything else is all right.
yeah, everything is
So
fine.
we leave
Everything
it to
is
God.
fine. Everything is fine. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to do something, make the best out of everything, but
yeah, try your
everything
best.
is okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Have a
try
nice
your
day.
best. Yeah.
Okay.
And you too. God bless you. Bye
God
bye.
bless.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Sweet, it's 91. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Just good morning wherever you are at this particular point in time. Really appreciate the fact that you're listening to Real FM Radio. My name, Andrew Donald, of course, a responsibility entrusted upon me once again to ensure that you have a wonderful day. Yes, and already in studios with me this morning, even if I've just started, it's 7:41. Already with me in studios is my good 2IC. He would understand that one very easily. My 2IC this morning, and my 2IC is none other than Bertrand John. Good morning, 2IC. How you doing?
Morning, Andre.
What's up,
Morning to
man?
the listening public. I'm doing fine. Warm and easy as always.
Yeah, warm and easy as always. I like that. Having some challenges this morning, really. Some serious challenges I've been having this morning. And trying to have been trying to solve them ever since I got in here about somewhere around 6:30. I've been trying to solve the challenges, and it's been tough, boy.
It happens.
It happens. I don't like when it happens. I prefer when it doesn't happen.
It's life.
Yeah, that's what you would say. I expect you to
Ups
say
and
something.
downs. You have to look at it on the positive side. You are up and about now and functional. That's what matters.
If you think,
If you don't have challenge, you don't have growth. Don't forget that.
a pumpkin doesn't have any challenges. A pumpkin, the seed is
That's
planted,
that's
and
what
that's
you
it.
that's what you think.
What challenges a pumpkin have?
What challenges it have?
Yeah,
Nutrient challenges.
but it gets it from the soil.
I'm not sure. You think so?
Oh well, oh you give it.
Oh, that's the way it is.
That's why you see it flowering.
Exactly. So get somebody to give.
Oh boy. So what gives? How you been doing?
I am fine, Andre.
Let me
I'm
see how many
doing
people
great.
can catch on to us this morning. Let me see how many people. We have about 47 people already, and we just started. Eh? Let me say good morning to all those who listening right now, who viewing on the channels. Good morning. You're asking me if we're on YouTube?
Somebody text and ask
If we're on YouTube?
if we are on YouTube. Yeah.
Did you tell them yes?
Yes.
Where's that person from?
Jamaica.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Yeah.
A friend of yours is a friend of mine.
I'm not sure you, man.
How's your Sally, BJ?
Riverside is okay. Nice village as always. We are doing fine. Peaceful, loving, quiet,
Yeah.
tight knitted village.
Tight knitted village.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Tight knitted, he said.
Because I can get food in every household.
Are you sure you just say that, or are you
No,
sure that?
I can
BJ,
stop
come
it.
on.
Andre, every household
come
in
on.
Riverside is my household. I can stop and get food in every household. Every household can give me shelter. I'm sure about that. If I get thrown out and I said, something, mom, I need to stay here for the night, I would get many doors open.
Really?
And food-wise, it'd be the same thing.
Oh no!
And I'm not sure if somebody wouldn't give me a house too,
I kind of
as
always hear
bad
you
as
say
that.
I
What
always
you
hear you
say,
say that,
man?
but I wonder. Oh,
Come on, my cool. Andre, that's where I grew up. The people that grew me up. What's wrong with you and that? The people that grew me up, they know me very, very well, So I'd have to make myself be known, Them that bring me up.
okay.
So if you find I have smooth edges and I have rough edges, the village that bring me up that way.
Okay. I don't have any edges. Yeah, I don't
That's
have any
good.
edges. I've
Your edge is just blunt.
Yeah, and I've gone into a new kind of mode in life. I've gone into a new kind of mode. I don't. You see, and it's it's bad for me. It's bad for me, but then again, it's good for me. Because my new mode is that I just don't bother. I kind of decide, look, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother with you. You can do whatever you want to do, as long as you don't hurt me. Physically hurt me. I'm gonna let you be. And the bad thing is, with that, some people, they feel lion sleeping. Put a wake lion, you see. Don't wake. Just don't wake up the lion. The lion is asleep. Let the lion sleep easily. Don't wake lion. Because it's not going to be a good thing when the lion wake up and you the first thing the lion see. The lion will be hungry and will eat you up. So good morning to you wherever you are, and thanks again for choosing Real FM. And we want to see if we can get up to at least 100 likes this morning, all right? We know we didn't start pretty early, and you'd have missed quite a bit in the morning already, but 100 likes, that's all we ask for, and once we can get that, we'll be okay. I'll be having some issues with the flu, BJ.
Oh.
And it's terrible.
Had similar problem a few days ago.
It's terrible. What did you
just
use?
Wind down. Just kind of ride it out.
Yeah, I usually ride them out, but this one needed some help to get over. So I use some kind of cough thing and mild symptoms and those sort of things.
I had whole heap of coughing, and I thought it was very unusual. I don't have those kind of things. And when you cough, you get this kind of headache and stuffy nose and whatnot. The time of the year sometimes when flu bugs is around.
Yeah. When they about.
Yeah.
So, friends, we're happy to have you once again listening to us. We really appreciate that, and we thank you so very much for being a part of Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. We take a break and we'll be right back.
Sponsor of many cultural activities within the island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Pritimatini Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we...
Welcome listeners to another program of Did You Know? A 5-minute feature from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. On this week's program, we continue to share excerpts of the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, GCCU's annual general meeting. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union will be selling itself short if it don't speak about our contribution to the development of sports in our communities and country. President of the GCCU is Sharon Chichester Gordon.
Our Our commitment to sports was further highlighted through our sponsorship of the 2024 Carifta Games. And that's not all. We've given membership accounts to all local medal winners. So if you were at the Carifta Games, you would have seen the Credit Union of Grenville logo being present at the stadium.
Honoring the contribution and wisdom of our senior citizens are always cherished moments, and at the GCCU, we value our trailblazers.
The 2023 inaugural bus tour, which you would have heard a lot of, was a highlight of the 2023 Community and Social Partnership. We had scores of seniors treated to a bus tour to popular destinations, accompanied with food and drinks, which were fully sponsored by your credit union. So let us make sure that you mobilize our seniors, help them get their shorts and their sunglasses and their sneakers and so ready for the next bus tour, because we are all going to participate in that bus tour come next year. Are you ready?
The activities planned and executed in 2023 were strategically chosen to ensure all members can benefit.
The GCCU has hosted the first ever business forum for our business clients and entrepreneurs earlier this year. And this is another initiative that speaks volume of our commitment to the local economy. Members, we must be proud of our credit union, our achievements in the past year, our growth and strong financial position, and our positive financial results. As we strive with confidence into the new year, we do so with pride, because we know that we are driven by your expectations as we continue to convert visions into actions.
We are due now for a break, more when we return.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Welcome back. In case you have just joined us, we are sharing excerpts of the GCCU's AGM, the highlight events of 2023. Business people were also one of the focus groups through the hosting of the inaugural Business Forum.
Let me express my gratitude and appreciation on behalf of my board of directors to members of the supervisory team, credit and committee, the dedicated and committed general manager and his team, our members, and our well-wishers.
And that's it for this week. Next week, we share excerpts of the Cooperative League remarks at this year's AGM. So until next week, I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
Become a leak finder. Check for leaks in and around your home. Common places for leaks in the home are kitchen pipes, below kitchen sinks, shower heads, bathroom faucets, toilet tanks, and laundry rooms. One drip every second adds up to 5 gallons per day.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada G-Cruise Project.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home. Notice is hereby given that the annual general meeting of the River Sally Cooperative Credit Union is carried for Sunday, August 25th, 2024, under the theme Celebrating Our 50th AGM with Confidence and Commitment for the Future. The general meeting will be held at the River Sally Government School from 4 p.m. Members attending are encouraged to register at the following branches: River Sally St. Patrick at 442-2732 or 442-9870. Email info@riversallycreditunion.com. Main Street, Sauterne, St. Patrick. Telephone number 442-2732 or 442-9870. Email address info@riversallycreditunion.com. A token of appreciation will be given to long-serving members. Special conditions will apply. Members must be an active member. Borrowing must be up to date. Transportation will be provided. For persons interested, please contact the credit union on 442-9870 for reservation and more information. Come hear your board of directors and committee members as they share updates about your institution.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive. Color by Sissons. Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color. Color by Sissons. Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression. Color by Sissons.
Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The St. Andrew Catholic Men's League presents Bingo and Barbecue at the Grenville RC Schoolgrounds on Friday, 30th August 2024. Barbecue tickets are at $15 and it starts at 4 p.m. and goes until 9. Bingo time, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. $10 per ticket. The jackpot is $500 plus 8 other attractive prizes. Proceeds go towards youth development. See you there.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
To the family of Real FM, good morning. The brothers and sisters and the aunts and the uncles and the nephews and the cousins and the nenens and the parents. To you, BJ, good morning again.
Morning, Andrew. Morning to the listening public.
Pele Dabo says good morning, but he says we're a bit low. So I got to push my volume up and probably push your volume up, and I hope that works for you now. Oh boy, it's cold. You feel cold?
No,
I feel cold.
Yeah, I guess your resistance is a bit low.
Yeah, what do I do for resistance up? Vitamin C?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they ain't got no natural vitamin C. All oranges and ghost will fall.
Yeah, still have some limes around.
Where? I don't know where to find them right now.
Yeah.
I'd love to have some limes. I can make some lime juice without sugar. Probably use some honey in it. Yeah. Or something to make some sort of a juice thingy. I need to do some beef up that vitamin C. No Ghost Wonderland, BJ? No Ghost Wonderland?
No, some limes maybe.
Limes. But I have to come together. I'm not feeling in the mood to go anywhere right now. The only thing I'm feeling in the mood to do is to go back home. Trust me, at this particular point in time.
Time soon up.
Well, I wish the time the next second. I wish the time was up in the next second. I wish the time was up. BJ, something that I really want to. Desmond Tabella, good morning to you. And also Christine Alexander, top of the morning to you. Here's hoping that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And everybody else listening, we have about 125 persons. Let me see how many likes we have this morning already. And then I'll tell you what I really, really feel that we need to have a say on this morning. This one is, it's getting to me, and I don't think I should let it get to me. It's getting to me, but because I care about the people of Grenada, it's getting to me. We only have 52 likes, 53 now because I like the program. Come on, I just need 100. I don't need not many more than 100. BJ, I am happy that the government has taken a decision as it relates to agriculture. I am very happy. However, BJ, I believe that while the decision may put or will put monies into the hands of the farmers, I just feel that is the wrong way to go about it. When you equate damages equated by acreage, is that the correct thing to do, BJ? Damage by acreage? He's not listening.
Andre, this seems to be current. Government more or less giving the farmers some form of compensation. As I expressed last week, I don't think it's the right approach.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I don't think so. And I mentioned that last week.
I don't remember.
Andre, you cannot giving out monies for damages, and you're doing it in a, where that is we call arithmetic progression. It's like 2, 4, 6, 8. They increase by the same numbers all the time. So we call it AP, arithmetic progression. Now, once you start doing that, it starts looking like you're giving out political money.
Yeah.
Because if you have 5 acres, you get X amount of money. If you have 10 acres, you get Y amount of money.
Yeah.
This approach, it might be easier way to do it, but it's not the correct way.
Because BJ, I can have 2 acres of land, and based on the efforts that I'm putting into that 2 acres of land, it is more, and my land is better cultivated than somebody who has 7 acres of land. And I can produce more, and I am producing more with 2 acres of land. But what I get is limited to acreage, because for 2 acres, between 0 and 4 acres you get X amount, and between 4 and 10 acres you get Y amount. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Andre, just like any other thing, if you're distributing money, you need to have a plan for it. You can't just say we have 15 million or 20 million and we're going to give it out in a manner that, when it finishes. You really can't do that. And you need to have a plan for distribution. This is monies for development. So you have to ensure that the development actually take place. That's your responsibility as a government, And in a lot of cases, what will happen is that the guy who would have his land well cultivated and, get, excessive amount of damage, and you want to give him equivalent to somebody who didn't used to even bother with the land and 2 little mango tree of theirs got blown down. That in itself is not equity. You're not distributing in a manner that, you should be doing it. So, Andre, I am of the opinion that we need better thinkers in our country, and maybe politicians need to let the technocrats handle those kind of activities, because politicians will always think as politicians, and you really can't, you can't blame them, because what they're looking for is for vote. They're looking to stay in power, and they don't care what it takes. Sometimes they don't care if they, wreck the economy in a quest for, in a toss for political power. Andre, how about the government have, 15 million to distribute? How about taking the hands out of that, and they say out of that, and get a group of technocrats are talking about capable people, and I know we have them here, like, say, Dr. Spencer, like Dr. Francois,
Antoine.
like Dr. Antoine, like my friend up by the gas station in
Leon Charles.
Charles, yeah.
Even this Francois guy, I think he's a PS now.
Yeah, Francois.
Francois. He has
right. So you can have one, and you have technical people, and then you basically ask them to come up with a plan as to how, based on the damage that you have, as to how and what it takes to resuscitate or rehab the agriculture sector, and they come up with a plan, and then those monies are made available. All right. So yes, some farmers may get direct input. Some farmers may get help with planting material. Some farmers may get supervision. All of those kind of things. Sometimes it's not just the money that is needed. So you set up a separate office to deal with that, with rehab, and take it out to the hands of the politicians. That's the only way you can have a successful outcome.
Because right
to those
now,
kind of thing.
Right now, the thing how they get the money, BJ, is that all farmers make sure you register.
Much farmers, man. Not just farmers get registered, Andre. It's not that. The politician, because they made so much pseudo promises during the campaigning, and even up to today they still make it. And you have a hurricane and they get an opportunity. So the people who they promised X and they can't deliver or they couldn't deliver, they send them in those kind of pool. So they can get a 5,000 here, they can get a 10,000 there, and they can maintain loyalty. Well, Andre, you couldn't get development that way. You couldn't get proper development that way. When you have monies to do certain, national development project, it should be spent on those things. Here you are. I heard that the government is putting in a few $1 million in GDP. And people can go borrow and Andre, no, it's not really the time for that. Why would you want to take money that you should be giving and assisting people directly and putting it in an area where the person have to go and fight to borrow it? Agricultural development require easier money than that. And if the guys them not telling them, ask or get the right people around them. And you couldn't have agricultural development and don't have caring capital. I'm mentioning that week after week, since after the hurricane. You need caring capital. There are some people who are depending on that for their livelihood. and the economic base get damaged and eroded. So therefore, you need to look after them differently because they have no former, other income. So you need to have money. I don't say you need to give them a salary every week or every month or whatever. But I'm saying that you need to have caring capital. You need to mobilize more resources. And that committee that you're setting up should, seriously writing up projects and looking for external funding to constantly servicing the farmers until they have consolidation taking place where they can look after their own. And unless you can do that, you're not ready to lead or you're not ready to run your economy yet.
Yeah. But here's what it is, BJ. I mean, I'm going to put it in a simpler form. You are saying to the farmers, hey, the money's available, it's in the bank, go get a loan.
You don't need a loan, Andre.
No, but hold on, you're telling the farmers to do that. Okay, fine. So they go get the loan. So tell me something, how are they starting to repay that loan? And aren't you going to have accumulated interest if they're going to take, because for any land to get back, for nutmegs to get back to bearing stages, and for cocoa to get back to bearing stages, you're looking at what? Cocoa will be like, 5 years?
Andre, on average, you're talking about cocoa and banana, 7 years,
Cocoa
7 to 10 years. Cocoa and nutmegs, sorry. Cocoa and nutmegs, yeah. You're taking like about 7 years on average.
So how is that farmer going to service that loan for 7 years before he can pick a pot of cocoa and before he could rod one nutmeg? How is that farmer going to service that loan? Also, and on that same note, you're encouraging people who lost in relation to their homes to go to the same bank so that they're going to get... So in relation to the people in Carriacou, so you're asking them to take a loan upon a loan,
Andre,
with a different institution.
Andre,
well, this is crazy.
I'm not really sure who advising our government, but I'm convinced those people are insane. And I'm convinced, that they aren't living in our realities. So I have the opinion that they're very foreign-minded. They're not here. Andrew, let me tell you something, man.
It's crazy, man.
Where this come from? I pay insurance. Everybody pays insurance in our country because the government tax everybody and whatever. So we pay insurance as a pool. Mm-hmm. And when we get paid for claims that we would have made, everybody would have contributed towards that. Everybody. And now you're telling me you're taking that same payment that you would have gotten, and you're putting it somewhere, and you're telling me I have to go and borrow that money. No. And the government need to realize one thing. They are just the custodian of the people's money. They are not the owner of it. All your money in the bank, what all you own. That's the people's money. So ensure that when you're spending it, the people have a say in spending it. Because it all seems as though you're capable of spending it properly. You're behaving childish.
There have been, and continues to be, a lot of calls and a lot of people saying that, hey, government ministers have been borrowing from the Grenada Development Bank. Now, that being true, how do you ask the normal man to compete with a government minister? Is it that you put in more monies there so the government minister can borrow more?
And that same money, if you want to create economic impact that you are putting in the development bank, you should give a special committee that to ensure that what you set out to do, your objective, Andre, is achieved by spending those monies properly. You cannot ask people to go and borrow monies to invest in agriculture at this point in time based on the damages that we will have. It's not vegetable crops that was damaged, Andre. And the vegetable farmer can quickly go set up his sprinkler and start producing again. I am talking about the tree crops. That's a different dimension, a different scenario. You have to look at it differently. And those require different input and different services.
I met a gentleman, BJ, in the Plains area. Yeah, in the Plains area. And he said to me, he replanted after Ivan. And he was barely able to reap a couple of successful harvests. and he's lost everything again.
To start again.
So he said, never happened, Andre. I am not going back. That told me that you had to government still had to get some people to go and sit and speak to farmers at different locations, go and have personal discussion with farmers and say, look, yes, we understand what you're going through. Yes, we are able, no, we're not giving you a handout, but we're going to put you in a position where we will be able to assist you, but we want you to plan back. And the reason why we want you to plan back is that because the economy needs the nutmeg, the economy needs the cocoa, so we need for you to plan back. So there should be a whole trust in getting into the farmer's head so that the farmer knows, okay, fine, I still can get some monies. However, once I plan back, if I don't make it to the next 20 years, my children would be able to do so and reap this. But I did get something in for the years that I was planting, and not just a lump sum of money, not just a $9,000 or $4,000 or $9,000. No. That thing don't make sense.
It requires more than that. It requires the servicing of the farmers. It requires confidence. It requires psychological help. It requires convincing. It requires nurturing. And you can't blame a man when he, becomes ageable and you say, go back and plant nutmeg and you have to wait 15 years before you start getting everything. He know that he wouldn't benefit from it. And so sometimes you have to say, hang on, brethren, we need to do that for the country and we need to do that for our children. And since you have the land space, let's do this together. And you provide help, you provide psychological help. And I'm not saying that you have to ensure that, everybody gets 100% what they want. I'm saying that people need nurturing and caring now, farmers, and they need to look after differently and stop treating them as though you give them a little handout and you say, go do something again and start back with whatever. How much farmers are going to take this little $4,000 or $5,000 and put back in the farm? Tell me how many of them.
They're not going to do
they would have other commitment elsewhere, and that goes there. So the impact, Andre, what you're looking for, you probably wouldn't see it. And I'm saying that you need to ensure that a proper survey was done.
Yeah.
And you know what help people are needed, and you focus specifically on those help. Andre, you need to plan back the cocoa and the nutmeg, or else the sector going to be hard hit,
Die.
They're already functioning on overdraft, and have no reserve money. So what it is that we are doing, we are just killing out the two other traditional sector that we had, agriculturally. Now that's what we set out to do. And we say we love country and we love agriculture and we love this and we love that and a bag of foolishness. The man and them say they cannot create enough jobs to employ everybody in the public sector. Although they even said that during the campaign in Hang On Brethren, we will, make everybody permanent and we will do this and we will do. And when they get there, they realize, but hang on, the realities are different. So I'm saying that since you recognize that the realities are different, you get a chance now to ensure that your productive sector, I'm talking about agriculturally here now, you get a chance to, to set it up proper, to make sure that employment is being created, to ensure that your rural areas is activated, and yet still you're behaving as though you don't know how to do those simple things. Andre, those things aren't rocket science. Those things aren't very difficult. I'm saying that politicians need to understand that your role is to basically sit down there and devise policies and whatever. The things that you're involved in, running here, doing that, doing a bag of foolishness. You actually, trying to film movie, you're trying to move in slow motion, and the country following you too, they're moving in slow motion with you. You have to make the system work, Andre. Everything is a show business. People dying, and you're still, having your little show business with your little camera and your little crew and a bag of foolishness. Andre, now it's not time for posing. Now it's time to get up and work and develop your country. And people still going to see you. When you are putting up yourself in the public to be shown, people see you less, And And sometimes you're so regular that they don't even recognize you, or you become unimportant to them.
Yeah, they ain't bothering with you no more.
Exactly.
Yeah, they ain't bothering with you no more.
So I'm saying that we need to get our act together. We need to behave differently. We need to come together as a people and stop all this whole politics and a bag of foolishness that we just get on with on a daily basis. We need to put this thing one side. When we have issue with, of a national, context, you can watch face who is NNP and who is NDC and a bag of stupidness, and we have a country to build and to develop. You're watching face. We're going with that kind of thing.
But I'm terribly disappointed because this thing was simple reasoning, and I cannot understand that a cabinet of ministers led by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell can sit and come up with a decision like this and say, well, hang on, this is how we are going to deal with the farmers. We're going to give them a lump sum of money. So you have 4 acres, you get 5,000 or what. And then you have 10 acres, you get $9,000. Does that make any sense? And what are the checks and balances put in place so that at least 75% of that money will go back into the agricultural sector? There's no checks and balance. Come on. And you're honestly telling me that you're doing that? And that
Andre, that's a
Prime
gift.
Minister Deacon, you're supposed to be, not supposed to be, you are a lawyer. You're supposed to be smart. And you're smart enough to win a lot of cases.
Andre, that's a gift.
Come on.
That's not money to rehabilitate, to give you a gift for your damage. Because that, in a lot of cases, cannot do anything to, serious people who are farming. That's okay. And I'm saying that if the government give a token, I have no problem with that. I am saying that we get an opportunity here, and we should basically capitalize on it and develop our agriculture sector in such a way that it's better and more resilient than before, and more productive, more sustainable. What it is we are doing. We are spending money badly, Andre. I keep saying that. When you give children money, they normally buy the wrong things with it or do the wrong things with it. And it seems as though that's the case, People here, we don't know how to spend money. We're spending our money in the wrong areas. Andre, I'm sure just now you might hear government saying, something. We need a whatever cabinet to approve, or not cabinet, but parliament to approve the borrowing of monies to do X, Y, and Z and whatever, because we are spending it badly. And I want government to realize one thing. When you keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing, what you're losing is your manhood. You're selling out everybody in Grenada. You are turning them into, how I should put it, owers. We just owing people money, that's all. When you borrow for the whole country, and everybody borrows. So when you have monies that you cannot pay back, and your country start to feel the squeeze, everybody's feeling the squeeze. When your economy cannot grow and your dollar start to devalue and you start to have serious issues because of your overborrowing, it's because how you run your economy, Andre. We need to stop this borrowing cycle and get our economy in such a way whereby it can sustain and look after its own self. It's formidable. We can start doing things. We can start having capital projects. Government can start having, public-private partner initiatives that can seriously create employment and develop our country. So we have a sustainable country. Yes, we're going to import, but we have a country that earns enough foreign exchange every month that we need not worry and bother about. We can service our debt, we can pay our people, and we still can invest in capital projects. Are we able to do that now?
No.
And this is the problem.
That's the bottom line. That's the biggest issue. The biggest issue is we are not able to.
We're going to borrow still.
Why?
Because you are a country.
And I have a straight. I'm not a banker. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an economist. But strangely now, based on what this government is doing, I have a strange feeling just now the ECCB will step in and say, hey, Grenada, what you doing? Because whatever we do in Grenada affects the Vinci.
You do. We use one currency.
One currency. What, 7 of us using the same? We need to do something, maintain. And if the government, if they continue to do this, I have a strange feeling the ECCB or whatever person might step in and say, hey, what are you doing? Because with this, you're setting up the agricultural sector in Grenada to fail. One man figure that him get $5,000, he don't bother in.
And Jimmy here they want to rehab a to estate or whatever and a bag of foolishness. And the man in which you're doing it, this estate need $2.5 million each. Find the money and do it. You could find money to do all kind of shit and to, light up sky and to do this and to make a bag of foolishness, things that cannot generate income. You'll find it easy to put those monies there, but you find it hard to put money in areas whereby you can generate employment and create, activities that can basically boost your economy. You find you have problems to put money in those areas. How about giving somebody the mandate with $2.5 million to ensure that those estates, for example, say Montreal, are being properly planted up. So you have a proper plan for it. And over a 2-year period or a 3-year period, those estates are supposed to be sustainable. They're supposed to service its own self. That's the mandate. How about doing that with government supervision and whatever, and to ensure that it's done properly? With all these extension officers and all those technocrats that you have and those ministers who say they love agriculture, how hard it is to do that. You don't have to do it yourself. But Andre, the man and them find it hard, so they give $400,000. We're going to build a little house here, and we're going to put a toilet facility there. And then 6 months down the road, the money finish, and no plan. So nobody don't know what it is all about again. And you start back with a cycle of foolishness. And those things are irritating, how we spend money, how we do things. We need to do things and do it properly. We need to have a plan. We need to know where we're going. Otherwise, any road taking you there, you're going to be wasting monies. Andrew, you need to have targets. You need to do evaluation. You need to plan again. Where is the supervision? Andrew, am I sickening me here sometimes, in my country, Andrew, we don't have enough money passing through. 30 million almost every month, We putting back in our country, in the hands of the public sector, and a few private contractors and whatever, And Andre, we don't see where those money is going. We can't see any major development. And all what we're doing is having that vicious cycle of paying back mortgages and a bag of foolishness. And you think about it. We're living in a country where most people would make serious borrowing in their 30s for house and car and whatever, and they do need to do that. So that's around the time when they normally do that, late 20s, 30s, whatever. And they would spend the other 20 years,
paying it back.
25 years, paying it back, and before they're finished paid back, they want a remortgage or they want an extension. And then they retire at age 60, and they're still paying mortgages and whatever. And within that time, that 20, 30 years, you've been so tightly squeezed that you can't enjoy life. You can buy what you want. You can give the kids what they want. And those are the kind of way they have our people, Andre, mentally enslaved, and they're comfortable with that. Think about the increase in the cost of living in relation to your increase in salary, and watch the correlationship, and you're gonna see always squeezing the ordinary man, always squeezing him. I may wonder why they might behave that way.
You wondering why?
Yeah.
I thought you were smarter than that. I thought you know why.
I don't know why, because it hurt my heart all the time.
But my thing, BJ, is this. That's why I had to get that off my chest this morning. Why are you sending the farmer into debt?
You shouldn't at this point in
You
time.
shouldn't.
No. You should be assisting him, because the money is actually his or the people's own. So you shouldn't take in the people's money and ask them to borrow it again. If you find a 25 million on your own, government find it and they say, okay guys, we find this X, Y, and Z. This is not insurance money. This is monies that the government raised and put in one side. So we want to make sure that additionally, besides you being assisted, there is still another avenue whereby you can go and borrow. So some of the farmers who are able and didn't have major damages can go in that pool. I have no issue with that. But you can't be coming up on your long tongue and saying, hang on, we put in some money there, so in case you wanted to do, you can go and borrow. You're going to borrow your own money? Boy, the money is not all your own. The money is the people's money, and act like it is the people's money. So, I keep wondering why government are behaving as though they separate from the people. They are a different entity. Boy, all is just an extension of the people. That's all. Government is just an extension of the people. So stop behaving all in a separate unit and a different bracket. Last night, me heard one man say, how old all you have all your money in Carrico, so go build all your own house for all your own self. A mad people thing. How you couldn't say those kind of things? When the money is everybody's money, yes, you may look after people differently based on the circumstances. And you may let people know that, and you need to call people in and or have everybody in and say what the objectives are. But you couldn't be on the side of the road in a car as though you drink some rum down the road and somebody stop you. And you're saying, something, I know people who have money go to X, Y, and Z, 100, PM Dickon, I don't get involved in politics, and I don't speak politics, and you and I are brethren. But if you're listening to me this morning, you need to make Tevin Andrews go,
Need to find him long.
Yeah, you need to make him go.
But then while he at it, you better make himself go too now.
Well, I don't know. But on a serious note, and I don't pull on people, and I don't X, Y, and Z. When somebody make that kind of statement, I'm not sure if they're intelligent enough to be there. I'm not sure if they're human enough to be there. And I'm not sure if they're good for your political party. And I'm giving you an advice. You should ask that guy to resign. I don't know him very well, but you should ask him to resign.
It is sad. So sad to see.
The way we're looking after our business, Andre.
Yeah, it is sad.
And we're speaking agriculture this morning, so we switch back there. The way we're looking after our business, I'm not sure if we're doing it in the right way, and I'm not sure if we're just getting up and, rushing to judgment and doing things that is, in sync with development. It's not in sync with development, Andre. I have no doubt about that. You couldn't be doing that. Andrew, you get a chance. $30 million or $20 million is a lot of money. And if you seriously spend those monies, we can get the entire northern zone of the country and other areas where we had damages. You can get all those areas resuscitated and set up better than how they was if you spend the money properly. What's wrong with all you on this thing and them, Andre? Government people, they should be leading.
Help. As protector would say, Lord, put a hand.
No, we need to do better than that. And we could do better than that. I have no doubt that we could do better than that. And I think if the man and them need advice, sometimes they should ask. And I think they have the minds at the ministry level, at the government level. I'm not sure they're utilizing it properly.
Not they. You have to understand that this government is run by one person, controlled by one person. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, he makes all the calls. And that's a fact. And if that is how we have to come to the realization that things are improper. Realize that the government is run by one man. When there's a press conference on health, who do you hear? When there's a press conference on agriculture, whom do you hear? Only from Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. He has to be front and center. So therefore, it is telling us that our nation is being run by one man. He does not understand that he has to manage his people and not run their ministries, not be the sole person to give information based on a ministry. No. And that is the problem with the Prime Minister.
I could understand his situation, Based on what Tevin said last night, heard on a news clip of him. Probably you shouldn't allow certain people to open their mouth,
Well, maybe.
If you have a group of incompetent people around you, you could always do the speaking for yourself, What's wrong with you? You doesn't listen to things these people and them don't say. Every time they open their mouth, they say the wrong thing. Ask them to keep their mouth shut.
Somebody say what they want to know is when they should start campaigning for you, BJ. They say you would make a great representative. Nobody listens to me, but they're listening to you. Could you believe that?
Well, Andre,
That's not nice, you know, BJ.
no, I keep telling you, Andre,
What?
and get this thing absolutely clear in the top of your head. If I get into politics on a serious level, I want to be the trusted voice. I want to have a voice whereby people know when I say something, actually they can take my word for it. You are too much a politician telling too much lies. People are confused with the lies. One saying this, the other one saying that. This one, you're confused. You don't know where to turn and what to believe. You couldn't have a country like that where information are that distorted. And information is on a need-to-know basis. Where you ever hear this thing, Andre? This is the people's government, the people that put you there. You couldn't be saying things like, I will tell you things when I want you to know. No, you must be transparent all the time, every given time. Even when you make a mistake, you need to come out and say, people, I'm putting my hands around you. You know, make a mistake here, and please forgive us for it. I'm begging your forgiveness. You put me there. 100 people will start loving you. People expect you to make mistake. And you only can get love, true love, when you admit to your mistake. People gonna think that you're genuine. Because it takes a man to say, hang on, yes, this is a mistake, and I need to rethink that, and thanks for your contribution, and you move along. I tell you that, so I remember that our PM, and meeting, I come across him, and him say, BJ, I say, liars in Grenada are very corrupt, and he said, BJ, don't say that here. And I tried to say it again, and he said, Deacon Mitchell, and he said, BJ, what is that? And maybe it was the wrong forum. I didn't continue. And then I thought about him afterwards, and I said, you know something, I actually like him. Because he stopped me, and he was saying, BJ, what I was saying was true, because liars in Grenada are corrupt. But I think the place for it wasn't right, and he was letting me know that in no uncertain term. I liked him for it. I'm wondering today if he's the person whom he liked so much. And I told you I met Claudette once, Joseph, and how she was upbeat, senator. And you know how it was so nice in her office, and I can't believe are the same people. Toes, Andrea, I keep telling you that, you know. I see Toes as a great thinker. We play football together, and he always has some strategy. Wonder why he don't have a strategy to turn around things now, because he not seems to be going on the right course. He's Minister of Agriculture, you know, and we have issues there.
That is where the biggest issue is at this point in time, BJ, and the agricultural sector.
Yep.
Because the agricultural sector in St. Patrick, in a large part of St. Andrew, have suffered. And you look into St. Patrick and St. Andrew, they're the ones, these parishes really and truly provide for the plate of the Grenadian populace. And if these two parishes would have suffered, like we know they did, then we have a serious problem. But BJ, you know what is interesting? I found out that St. David was not really hit or didn't really suffer damage.
Nope.
As a result of Beryl. However, I am getting information that suggests, and I'm going to ask the question, is it true that there are farmers in St. David who are putting forward a case to be given monies, BJ? And it brings me back to what you said at the beginning, that this thing is to give farmers money. Because it seems to me, based on information received, and I continue to receive, I have to ask the question, is it true that farmers in St. David's are set to benefit from that 5,000 and 9,000 or whatever it is? Is it true?
I don't know. It's quite possible. As I keep saying, that sometimes people use those opportunities to dish out a bit of money to their supporters and friends and whatever, and you get political distribution. And I'm saying that now what is required is economic distribution. You just give people money based on needs and based on, you know, assessment done, scientific assessment. Andre, let me tell you something. Sometimes if you have 10 households and you have some groceries, it's better and more scientific to cook all the groceries in one area, one pot, and distribute it to the 10 households, rather than you cutting up the groceries in small pieces and giving everybody some. The logistics, the time, the effort, the energy, it don't worth it, Andre. And I'm seeing the case here where there don't seem to be enough monies for what the job that needs to be done. So you have to rethink. You say, something, let me just keep this money in one pool and ask these people based on their needs, not based on this old foolish mathematical calculation. When you have 5 acres, you get X, and when you have 10 acres, you get Y. These are mad people analysis.
Yeah, mad people think, man.
Of course.
Before,
My virgin, Mr. Andrews, Lennox Andrews, minister.
Yeah.
We love him to the bone, and I know him, Andre, and I cannot believe he can sit there and let people do those calculations around him. He's supposed to be a mathematician. He's supposed to know what he's about. We don't technocrats in the ministry, Andre. They don't have a say on this thing.
Keith Mitchell had a saying, and that people performing Nazimatics, and we thought that was bad. Look at the Deacomatics now. The Deacomatics is going to take the agricultural sector down the drain. I remember Michael Batiste saying, he said to me, he met me in Grenville, and he said to me, people criticize, people lambaste the New National Party. But he said to me, outside of the GULP, the New National Party has done the most for agriculture in this country. And when I listened to him, I thought he was joking, but he's not joking, because the National Democratic Congress at this time, BJ, is about to do so and stifle out agriculture. And it's going to stifle it out by simply giving free money to farmers.
Well, I don't want to say free money to farmers by bad spending money.
Well, bad spending money. Yeah, not free money. Bad spending money.
Yeah.
Not providing a manageable process.
A system that works.
And
spending money in the most efficient manner.
Yeah, man, come on. That's what we're gonna do.
That's what we seem to be doing in general, Andrew, not just for agriculture. When we have resources, we don't spend it in the most efficient manner. We don't spend it in a way whereby you can have formidable development, where you have sustainable development, where you have economic growth, where you make the business viable. We don't spend it like that. So what we get is like you on life water, and they come and they fill the bag again. So they pump it into your vein again, but you keep feeling sick all the time because they're correcting the problem. This is the one we need to come off of a life water. That's what they need to do. They need to wean us off of the life water so we can basically sustain our own selves. And that's what they have difficulty doing.
We take a break, BJ, and we'll be right back.
We need a break.
Yeah, we just need a break because I can't take it again. When I continue to realize what is happening in our country, come on, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, you need to do so and right the ship.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made.
Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726.
Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada...
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The St. Andrew Catholic Men's League presents Bingo and Barbecue at the Grenville RC School Grounds on Friday, 30th August 2024. Barbecue tickets are at $15 and it starts at 4 p.m. and goes until 9. Bingo time, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. $10 per ticket. The jackpot is $500 plus 8 other attractive prizes. Proceeds go towards youth development. See you there.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody. And tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all.
Tourism connects us all. A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Still thinking of ways to win bigger in NLA games? Well, think no more. The NLA has boosted your chances of winning bigger by adding Multi-X to Daily Pick 3. Yes, folks, now you can add Multi-X, the winnings multiplier, to Daily Pick 3 and Playway for more chances of winning bigger. For a limited time only, the 7X multiplier continues to be added to Multi-X. Picture adding Multi-X to your Daily Pick 3 $10 inline bet for chances to win $38,500 instead of $5,500, and your Playway $10 bet for chances to win $1,680 instead of $240. Increase your winnings by Multi-X times more. Play smart, add Multi-X, and win bigger. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Notice is hereby given that the annual general meeting of the River Sally Cooperative Credit Union is carded for Sunday, August 25th, 2024, under the theme Celebrating Our 50th AGM with Confidence and Commitment for the Future. The general meeting will be held at the River Sally Government School from 4 p.m. Members attending are encouraged to register at the following branches: River Sally St. Patrick at 442-2732 or 442-9870. Email info@riversallycreditunion.com. Main Street, Soter, St. Patrick. Telephone number 442-2732 or 442-9870. Email address info@riversallycreditunion.com. A token of appreciation will be given to long-serving members. Special conditions will apply. Members must be an active member. Borrowing must be up to date. Transportation will be provided. For persons interested, please contact the credit union on 442-9870 for reservation and more information. Come hear your board of directors and committee members as they share updates about your institution.
It's a hungry world out there with everybody's.
Bertrand, it's a hungry world out there.
Yes, Andre, what are we gonna do?
Just your phone is playing? Had to be.
Don't think so.
Well, I was hearing music elsewhere. I'm not supposed to hear anything. Yes, BJ, it's a hungry world out there.
It is a hungry world, Andre.
How do we not stop the hunger, but how do we? What do the people of Grenada need to do? And be blunt about it. What do the people of Grenada need to do at this time, BJ, in relation to how the government is running the country? What does the people of Grenada need to do right now? Straight up. And don't sober off and give me all kind of analogies.
We need to let the politicians, Andre, know, on certain terms, that they aren't isolated from the people. They are just an extension of the people. And they need to listen. And they need to be more respectable. And they need to stop telling lies. And they need to be straight up with people in thick and thin, in good and bad. People expect you to have ups and downs. They expect you to fall. They expect you to make mistakes, Andre. But what you need to do as a leader, when you make mistakes, You need to man up to it and say, hang on, people, forgive me, and you move along. But when you keep constantly making the same mistake, they think that's a pattern. When you're constantly telling lies, then you start losing your credibility. And that's what is missing here now. Andre, people are uncertain. It looks as though whenever there is monies to be spent, and that's a general notion, that's a feeling, the money never filters its way down to the ordinary man. The money stops somewhere at some level. And this is a problem in our country. You don't feel the effect on the ground. We need to ensure that our vulnerable, our poor, our needy are looked after. And Andre, me don't care about the people who, and I'm not saying when I say I don't care, put it in inverted commas. I don't be bothered about the people who can look after themselves, you know. Because they can look after themselves, and congratulations, and you have my support, and I will be there for you. But I need to focus on the man who cannot look after himself, who rooftop would have blown down, and would have some tarpaulin over it, and water still drip inside. And next day you have to get up and hustle because you don't know, what is what, and the children have to go to school, and you have your life miserable. Those are the people whom you're really seriously concentrating about. Andre, I keep asking, and I want this government to beg for forgiveness, I keep asking, what kind of mind that will allow a government, 15 intellectuals to sit down and come up with the idea whereby, something, we can take $150 off the ordinary man, the poor man, the lady who, cannot buy medicine at the end of the month and at the same time pay the bill. The lady who they possibly have children away, and sometimes them children don't even looking after them parents or whatever. And they assume, well, you have 2-3 children away, so you are okay, and they leave you uncared for. Those kind of things, Andre. I want to know where the government get the courage to take such a decision, Andre. This comes from the pit of hell. This is not a normal human being thing that upsets people, that is possess people. And I keep telling you, I'm not stopping talk about that until this man and them change their ways. The $150, it affect me from the day the man and them take all this thing, from the day the man and them do this thing. I realize that this man and them is ungodly. This man and them is a sick group of people, and they need to get their act together. I still love Dickon, I still love Andrews, I still love the whole lot of them, Andre. And I just have a special likeness for those people. And I'm saying that when you come up and you make those harsh decisions, it isn't hard to reverse it. You do something bad.
You don't like Tevin?
Tevin in Carrico? Yeah. I don't know him too well, but if he would have made some statement. Listen, Andre, just listening to Tevin, I like Tevin. He entertained me. Yeah, he's an entertainer.
Oh, he's not a politician.
No, man, he just entertained. What you would have said last night on a clip of him, that's entertaining. Actually laugh because, you don't normal. No, so I like people who, somebody said he should be in the pink house, and I said to myself, I thought it was me alone. I was thinking that way. Yeah, Andre, okay. He's not normal. So, there are different characters, and, that's okay. And you may find an abnormal one in between. I don't have no issues with that. The point I'm making as a group, Andre, as a government, this man and them need to listen a bit more. They need to understand the people's plight a bit more. And they need to stop concentrating on self.
I have a big piece of news for you. I'm trying to organize an interview with Dwight Hosford. You know Dwight?
Yes.
I'm trying to organize an interview with Dwight Hosford for next Tuesday. You think that's a good idea?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Dwight was Attorney General in one of the countries abroad or something like that. So,
yeah,
and for a lot of years, and
we need to.
He's
a young Grenadian guy.
Yeah, we work together, I knew him before he went and pick up his job abroad. I used to do some legal work with him.
I think you work in Anguilla.
I used to be in one office. I think Jeff Chrome down, going down St. George's Side down there. And I used to visit that office, and I always see him as
you know the guy?
Yeah, I always see him as an astute, aspiring, good lawyer and stuff like that. And when he got his job abroad, I was very proud. I mean, Grenadian and whatever.
So he's back now.
And if he wants to,
I want to speak to him and get to know more about him.
Okay, that would be fun.
Yeah, so I'm looking to do that on Tuesday. I don't know. I have to give him a call and find if he has a time on Tuesday morning and speak to Dwight Hosford. Yeah, some people say he's a nice guy. I
find him a nice, straightforward person. That's what I know him to be. He don't. When I got opinion from him already, and he legal opinion, and he's straight.
Oh, he's straight. And they say he went to the school of prime ministers.
Oh, okay.
What school is that?
Presentation College? Or
They say that's the school of prime ministers.
In Presentation College?
Yeah, because Maurice Bishop, Keith Mitchell, Deacon Mitchell, who else? Anybody else? Oh, no. They say that school has a lot of prime ministers.
That's good.
Yeah, so they say Dwight comes from that school also. School of Prime Ministers.
That school very close to the cemetery.
BJ have a nice morning.
Some of them had come out inside and they brain dead.
So you're saying Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell brain dead?
I didn't say that.
I'm just asking you.
I said some of them will come out inside and they deal with the function in the brain dead.
Oh, okay.
Have a good morning, Andre. Morning, Grenada. Love you as always.
As always.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. The details when we return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware